There was a variety of reasons. It was one of the worst election defeats we've ever faced. And people say that it was Brexit election, and Brexit was a huge factor. It certainly came up on the doorstep in my constituency, and indeed here, where we lost the fantastic Laura Smith as our MP. However, there were a number of other issues. Our manifesto was not being sold on the doorstep. The messages that should have gone through about economic competence, the fact that we were going to roll out a green industrial revolution and kickstart the economy in regions and nations across the UK simply wasn't resonating with people. And certainly the ground campaign itself, we had reports of members being sent to seats that we had no hope of winning when we should have been in constituencies trying to protect MPs who were at risk of losing their seats.
At the same time, though, it can't just be selling the policies that's
Not
the
at
issue.
all.
Is it the policies themselves that are the problem?
Not at all. And certainly, I mean, there were a number of areas where we hadn't done enough work in convincing voters of our credibility on those areas. There were certainly other policies that were part of a longer term programme. They were the right answers to the right questions, but perhaps for a manifesto, they should have been left for a longer term goal. And it led to the situation where many voters felt like they were being peppered with policies. However, the platform upon which many of those policies were developed was a positive one. And as I said, it did deal with the reinvestment and reinvigoration of our economy and the shift of wealth and power away from those few minorities that have it to everybody in every single community. But we didn't get that message through, unfortunately, and we need to recognise that and recognise why we failed. And that's why it's important to have listening exercises in the constituencies where we lost to find out why people didn't trust us, quite frankly.
You say that Labour had the right answers to the right questions. Does that mean you think Labour won the argument?
Not at all. We didn't win the argument. If we'd won the argument, we'd have won the general election, unfortunately, and we didn't. We just weren't trusted. And that goes for the message that we put out in our campaign, which didn't bring together all of the positive aspects of our manifesto. We weren't trusted on Brexit. We weren't trusted to deal with anti-Semitism within our own party. Key issues, and you have to earn trust. It doesn't just happen overnight, unfortunately.
But trust and